What's up guys, it's Chachi Power here with Rocket Punch Army, and I'm doing a review of a 3A figure. This is the very first 3A figure that I've ever had in my hands, and most definitely not the last, as you will see in a moment. But I know about 3A through Collection DX. They do a lot of reviews there. Some guy, Ben, does all the reviews on the 3A, and I always thought they looked cool, and I always thought of them as just being really hard to get and expensive. But during my visit to Toy Fair with Collection DX, we had the opportunity to interview Ashley Wood, and one of the cool things was that I was also able to walk away with this Tomorrow King figure. As you can see, it says Toy Fair. It says NCY. I don't know if it's supposed to be New York City, NYC, Toy Fair 1415, but it says NCY. Yeah, so this is my first experience with 3A. And it's not really anything robot related, it's just a figure. Most likely I'll end up reviewing this on my Chachi Power channel where I review the action figures. But the review today is for this guy, the WWRP. Let me get him in screen here. Again, the WWRP Armstrong, White Engineer. That's all I know about him because I got him without a box. I was part of a trade at the New Jersey Collectors Con, so this would be my second foray into 3A world. And this is what I really wanted, just a robotic 3A figure. The other Tomorrow King figure is pretty cool, but it's not something I'm going to be messing around too much with. Probably just keep it on display. But this thing is absolutely ridiculously awesome. All right. There's really not much I can say that hasn't been said by a million other people. Quality is great. The weathering is amazing. The design is beautiful. It looks like something that you would see in real life. You know, you see a lot of crazy super robots, and they're pretty fake, and they would never happen in real life. But this pretty much can be something realistic. This is a 1/12 scale. And there's also a 1/6 scale, but not too interested in those. This is like the perfect size, which is what the P is on the WWRP. It's World War Robot Portable. Not interested at the moment in the 1/6 scale. So they're rather expensive. But again, I got this in a trade. Don't know if the trade was good. Probably about 60 bucks worth of toys. But it's toys I didn't want. And this I did want. And what's great is the way they're weathered. It really looks like real rust. And even though the guy's name is Ashley Wood, I've always thought a lot of his stuff looks like it's made out of wood, especially the figures. The way the faces, they look like carved out of wood. But these don't give that effect of being made out of wood. They really give the effect heavy metal like type of things. And again, the effect, I don't know how they do this. You know, each one is slightly different. Like this has just rust stains just coming down, and each one is just very slightly different. I really like that. It gives it that whole hand-done feel to it. And I like how just one leg is just black compared to the other. And of course these are articulated. You got the little ball eyeball up here, which is, I guess, seized at the moment with paint. But this does, oh, there we go. Never mind, it wasn't seized. Just spins this way. There you go. Gives it a little bit of character there. And he's also got these little two sensors here and the word Harry there. Kind of looks sad because of the way the seam line is right there. It's not technically a mouth, but it kind of makes him look a little bit sad. And the head does spin. Alright, there's a lot of friction there, but the head does spin. And you got ball jointed shoulders. There's actually two ball joints here, one on the inside and then one on the outside. And you have the swivel here, the elbow, and the wrist. And the most amazing of all to me is the fingers. Got articulated individual fingers, very small hand, but each joint is independently articulated. The back here, you get these pieces which are also articulated. Again, the paint kind of, and it's not seized, but it makes it have a good amount of friction there. Don't want to mess with it too much, but they do move slightly. And you also got this bottom one here that does move. And the back, well, it's not really articulation, but it does remove from back here, and then you can always just pop it back in. Then we move down to the lower area of the robot. You got the hips here, also on a ball joint. And you got the knee right here. Not a lot of movement in the knee, but just enough. I mean, you don't need a lot. And then you have the feet here. And the very last thing I wanted to show you guys is the gun it comes with. A lot of these the World War robots come with gigantic weapons, like huge, ridiculous weapons, and this is no exception. The weapon is actually taller than he is. It's not a big width, or it doesn't have a lot of girth, but it is a pretty big weapon, and he does hold it nicely. What's cool is you can always get the fingers wrapped around the trigger. I'm not going to spend the time to do that in the video, but I do have photos in my blog of these figures holding the guns properly, and there he is holding the weapon. So yeah, this is I didn't think I was going to get into new lines, and this has totally thrown me overboard, but I am trying to keep conservative. I'm only buying like the stuff that's really cheap, and even the stuff that's really cheap is excellent. It's just the other stuff that people pre-order and stuff that really goes up in price. But if you have 50, 60 bucks, I suggest picking at least one of them up, whichever one looks really good. Look up ThreeA on eBay, and you'll see all the different types of robots they got. They got Brambles, heavy Brambles, Caesars, Armstrongs. They got a bunch of different stuff if you're into the robot stuff. And they also have figures and ladies and all that stuff. But this is where I'm at right now. And stay tuned for more, guys. Again, I'm new to ThreeA, so there's not a lot I can really tell you except what I see here. And hopefully I'll get a little more accustomed to it, or maybe you guys can leave comments if you guys are already very schooled on how ThreeA is and whatever. But I did get a little insight on the world of ThreeA thanks to the interview that I was able to be a part of during the toy fair. And I think that's it, guys. Please leave any comments, questions, whatever you want to leave down below. And until next time, bye-bye.